So in today's video, I'm going to show you a double calf stretch or a couple of variations that you can try. It's a different way to think about stretching your calves, where we're not looking at just the calves, but we're going to be able to check the alignment of our feet, ankles and knees as well. And that matters because it will change which bits of your muscles are presented to the stretch. We've got something called the posterior chain, which is a line of connective tissue that goes along the sole of the foot, all the way up your back and right the way up to your eyebrows. And so making sure that everything is in good alignment will help to make sure that you're stretching everything in the right way to help take pressure off your back. For the double calf stretch, we want to check a couple of things. So the reason it's useful to stretch both at the same time is that you can check in on what your alignment is doing. You can make sure that your feet are parallel in hip distance, so that's not too wide, not too narrow. You can ever so slightly turn your knees out, and that just has a subtle change on what happens at your ankles, and it also switches your glutes on a little bit more. I'm going to turn to the side now because you want to find something to lean on, basically. It doesn't matter what height it is. The higher it is, the easier it's going to be. So kitchen worktop, banister, back of a chair, whatever. And then you want to walk your feet back and hinge forwards, making sure that you're hinging from the hips. So I quite like to kind of feel for that bony bit at the front of the pelvis and make sure that is moving forwards, so that I know I'm not rounding my back. So you want to watch that you're not rounding your back for this, so that we're focusing on the calves, maybe a bit around the knees. Some people feel it in the hamstrings as well. And we're looking to stretch the back of the legs. Once you've got that, if you're okay with that and you're happy with that stretch, you can elevate your feet onto something. I'm using a block here. You can use a book, rolled up towel, anything you can get your hands on really. Bring the front of your feet onto your thing, heels down on the ground, turn your knees out again and hinge from the hips, and just let your hands, your arms rest on something in front of you so that you can focus on stretching the backs of your legs. You can also let maybe one knee bend at a time so that you're shifting more weight into the straight leg. You can focus on the knee that's bending and let your weight shift forwards a bit. Make sure you keep your heels on the ground with both of these. So if I'm focusing on my bent knee, then it takes the stretch down into the lower ankle, lower calf. But if I'm focusing on the straight leg, it just makes the stretch a bit more intense on that side. So I can sort of move around like that. All right, so that's your double calf stretch. Play around with what you've got at home, and I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it as useful as I've been finding it. As always, questions and comments are welcome. Let me know how you got on with it, and don't forget to hit subscribe because I'm putting a new video out every week.